Hi, my name's Steph.
And I'm Abi.
And welcome to the Body Club. And today we're going to be going through a 30-minute workout with you where you only need yourselves and a mat, that's it.
So it's going to be a HIIT style workout, and between us we'll be demonstrating higher impact exercises and lower impact exercises. The higher impact ones will be plyometric, a bit more jumping, get that heart rate up.
Abi's going to do most of those.
And the lower impact works out if you're fresh to exercise, if you've got an injury, or if you live in an apartment or a flat, so you're not annoying your neighbours below you.
Perfect. So when you're ready, let's begin. So make sure you pause us now and do a good warm up. So mobilisation of our joints, dynamic stretches, and then we'll get started. So we're going to go into our first exercise. We're going to go squat, so lower body, and squat into a squat jump. So I'm going to be demonstrating the low impact version and Abby's going to be demonstrating that high impact version. You've got 3 seconds before we begin. And let's go. So take it down into a squat. And of course, as I said, Abby's going to be doing that plyometric, that high impact version. Thank goodness, because I don't like doing those. Okay, we're going to be pushing the bum back, drawing the belly in, keeping the chest lifted. If you are doing what Abby's doing right now, I want you to make sure you're landing really softly with those knees, so landing in that squat and then jumping up nice and high. You've got 10 seconds left, so keep it going. Abby's going to kill me because actually I was going to do the squat jumps. 3, 2, and then you've got a 20-second rest. Shake out those legs, apologies.
You're a liar.
It means I'm going to have to do jump lunges now. So the second exercise, again, lower body, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Lunges or reverse lunges. You've got 5 seconds. Are we ready?
Let's do this. So, Steph is doing the jumping lunges. What she's doing is taking a reverse lunge and then pushing up through the front working foot there, so she can get a nice big leap.
One of my least favourite exercises.
If you want to make it even more difficult, point your toes in between those jumps.
Oh, thanks, Abby.
So you're getting extra impact and height off that floor. What I'm doing here is I'm just sending one foot back and pushing through that front working foot here, dropping my back knee. And try to make sure my front knee doesn't go too far over my toe here. If you want to get more glute engagement, hinge at the hips. And we are done.
Oh, next round we're doing those. We're going to go into skaters, shake those legs out. You've got 10 seconds left of your rest. We're going to take it to the side. We're going to do low impact, I'll do high impact. Yes. In 5 seconds, when I can breathe again. 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the side.
So what Steph here is doing, just like me, she's jumping laterally side to side, but she's not touching her back foot on the floor, so she's having to work extra hard on that balance and to push away from the floor. I'm resting my back foot onto the floor, kind of giving it a little tap there, and then leaping to the side.
Testing balance.
We've got 15 more seconds here, so just keep it moving. Again, a nice soft bend in those knees to help protect them from that impact. And you can take this as slow as you want with that regression movement that I'm doing. Whew. God, I'm already out of breath.
I know, me too. Give those legs a shake. Can't talk. Out of breath.
So we'll be going back into those squats.
I'll squat jump.
And I will squat.
In 3, 2, and 1. Landing nice and low if you're jumping.
And think about scaling your knees towards your baby toe, rotating those knees outwards, and then pushing that floor away and giving the glutes a good squeeze when you reach the top. You don't want to be overextending. Try to keep those muscles under tension at all times and don't completely lock the knees out if you can. How are you doing this, Steph?
Oh, I'm dying. It's fine, keep going. 10 seconds. Woo.
Come on. Keeping that chest up.
Oh,
there we go.
Glad we get these out of the way to start with. Grab a drink when you need a drink. 10 seconds recovery. Reverse lunges. Jump lunges. Thank God I'm not doing those. Okay. 3, 2, stay with me team, let's go. Take it back.
So I'm trying to avoid letting my knee drop too far down to the concrete here so it doesn't slam.
And like Abi said earlier, keep your chest slightly leaning forward, getting more weight through your front leg. You're gonna get more glute and abductor burn. Keep it going. Come on, Abi, you've got this. 10 seconds.
Out with that lactic acid.
10 seconds. 5. Almost there. 2. And 1. 20-second recovery. Last time, skaters. Remember, you've got those 2 options. Catch your breath. Final 8 seconds recovery. Then we move onto upper body, okay? Taking it to the side.
And again, I'll do the low impact. Like synchronized swimmers.
Maybe skaters.
Yeah, that makes
swimmers.
more sense.
That makes way more sense. You've got 25 seconds.
So giving that floor a tap, and leaping straight into the next rep here. Remembering to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. I know it sounds silly, but sometimes you can realise after a while you've been holding your breath for ages.
3, 2, and rest. Grab a drink. We got 1 minute recovery here. Just for me to catch my breath, basically.
Talking and exercising.
I know.
Multitaskers.
So we're going to come down. Ignore that bell. Giving ourselves this recovery time. Upper body, 3 exercises. We're going to go crouching dog to push up, Superman, working back, and tricep dip into kick up, okay? 25 seconds, and then we'll get started. So come down to your mat. So we're going to do crouching dog to push up. 2 options. First option is on your knees, which I'll be demonstrating. Second option, which Abi will be demonstrating, is on your toes. Remember, listen to your body, super important to do what feels good for you, okay? Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. You've got 15 seconds, and then we'll go 40 seconds on the clock.
I'm just too keen.
She's too excited, she wants to do more. You can start now if you want.
It's fine, I'll wait for the bell. Just do it with everyone here.
Okay, you got 5 seconds. We're gonna come up into that plank. Push your bum up into a downward facing dog. Crouch and take your gaze towards your hands. Pushing forward, option to come to your knees, or as Abi's doing, on your toes. I'd like you to keep those elbows tight to the body. So we're really getting chest and triceps here. Pushing forward, inhale, exhale, push away. Lift the hips high, push it forward. Remember, take those variations that work for you. Working upper body and core here. We have nice dirty knees now. Okay, we're gonna go Superman, one of my favorite exercises because it's really hard to work your back when you're working at home with no equipment. So we're gonna lay onto our bellies and we're gonna do 2 options. Abi's going to do the regression and I'm going to show you the progression. So Abi's going to lift her upper and lower body up off the floor. To progress, we lift and then squeeze. So we're staying up there a little bit longer.
So what Steph's doing here with this squeeze is pulling her shoulder blades down and back and pinching them together here to get that extra engagement. So also bringing your glutes into play here if you lift your back legs off the floor. Your back legs, as if we have front legs. Your legs, the only 2 you have.
Your back legs, no, that's right.
Almost there.
And recover. We go tricep dips, 2 kick-ups. So we've got 2 options here. So Abi again is going to show the regression and I'll show you the progression. Work with what feels good for you. We're going to lift up, working triceps and core.
So what Steph's doing here is an actual tricep dip, pulling her elbows behind her and bringing the bum all the way to the floor. Then she's reaching for her toes, so bringing in that core engagement there, really having to squeeze the abdominals to help keep her balance. What I'm doing is a regression version of a tricep dip. So I'm bringing my forearms down to the floor, then pushing upwards through the triceps and reaching for one toe at the time, just leaning backwards slightly so I can still get my core into play there.
We've got 5 seconds left. And rest. Ooh, 3 exercises. We'll go back to the top. You've got 20 seconds recovery. We're going to go back to that crouching dog. 2 push-up. Remember your variations, your options. Do what feels good for you. 3 seconds. Let's go. Sit onto your heels. Push it forward. And lower. Try to, when you do your push-ups, keep your gaze just kind of in front of you, so rather than dropping down, which kind of leads to us crunching through our shoulders. So Abby's doing a really good example here. Nice push-up, Abby. So she's not crunching her shoulders to her ears. Really good form. Keeping those elbows in tight, working upper body and core. Use your breath as well.
I was going to say what you can do as well here is if you start with the higher impact version, you can always bring it down to the knees halfway through if you're starting to fatigue, like I was.
Okay, we come down to that back extension again. So laying onto your belly, those 2 options, just that lift and lower. Second option, full Superman, squeezing the shoulder blades together, working that upper back. Inhale, exhale, lift and squeeze. Take your time here.
Really focusing on giving those muscles a good squeeze, pausing at the top if you can. I feel like we're both so focused.
Until you say that. You've got 15 seconds left. Work with your breath here as well. So always exhaling as you do the work. And recover. Whew. Final exercise, tricep dips into those kick-ups, or of course that option that Abby showed you, where we don't kick up. 2 options, your choice. Remember, this is your last time working upper body, then we come to core, okay? Let's go. Tricep dip, kick up. Testing my balance as I fall over. Don't worry if you fall over, I always say this in yoga, it's part of the fun. It doesn't matter, just get back up and try again, right?
Really push that floor away as well to help keep you nice and stable. Spread your fingertips nice and wide behind you, balance.
Feel that tricep burn now. Hopefully you can too. You've got 10 seconds left.
Final few reps here.
And recover. So again, you've got a full minute here to rest. And we're gonna go to work core. So put core in now so that we can finish with that compound, so multiple muscle groups. That means we're gonna finish on a high, elevating that heart rate again. So these 3 minutes, 6 minutes that you're gonna do now, 3 exercises, 3 rounds, are gonna be really focusing on strengthening through the core. As always, we're going to give you 2 options. We're going to come down to the ground. We'll go this way. So we're not putting our bums to camera.
So I'm going to do the higher impact and Steph is going to do the regression here. So we are going for having the legs up on the... Did we just touch
that's why I was waiting for you to come down. You've got 20 seconds left before we start, so Abby's just going to talk you through the exercise while this 20-second rest happens.
Okay, so what I'm doing for the slightly more progressed version is legs up in the air and crunching my shoulders off of the mat here, bringing my core into play.
And I'm going to be sliding my hands up the legs, working that easier, I shouldn't say easier, the regression's what Abby's doing.
And I'm going to be reaching for the toes, looking to do little pulses here, just so I'm not coming all the way down and resting, because I want to keep the muscles engaged at all times.
So with this lower impact, it's not really lower impact, but this regression, I guess, we're just focusing on drawing the belly down. And I always say this, move with your breath. So as you exhale, automatically your belly draws in towards your spine because your air is being pushed out. So use that to help you. We're not throwing ourselves up, we're using our core. Sorry if I headbutted you then. Okay, we're going to go opposite elbow to knee or opposite hand to foot. So I'm going to do the full variation, so coming all the way up, and Abby's going to do that regression, so just that small crunch, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm reaching all the way up, bringing my hand through to reach my foot. Exhaling as I come up. Go on, Abby.
I'm aiming for my opposite elbow to opposite knee here. So a little bit like an ab bike, but slightly regressed, because I get to tap the floor with my foot each time before going into the next rep. Again, looking to crunch upwards and get that twist in to really bring those obliques, so the muscles in the sides of your tummy here, into play.
Really add that twist. Abs are on fire. Okay, we're going to go into a plank, and again we'll have that regression and progression. So 2 options here with your plank. So come into a forearm plank. If you need to rest at any point, just bring your knees back down to the ground. So Abby's going to show you the plank, and I'm going to add on that progression.
So what I'm looking for in terms of form here is for my elbows to be directly aligned with my shoulders. To think about having a nice straight line from the tip of my head down to the base of my spine, keeping my glutes engaged, but not lifting my bum up too high here. Thinking about pulling my belly button to my spine. And to make it a bit more difficult, Steph is adding a little rock in there, so she's pushing herself forward on her toes and then back again.
If you get the shakes, don't worry. That's what I've got right now.
And of course, if you need to, take it down onto the knees.
20-second rest. We go one more time, then we're going into that 6 minutes of compound, and then you are done. So you're doing so well. Hope you're staying with us. We're going to come back onto our back here. You can lie down first.
I feel like our bums are going to get into
it. We're going to stick together in a minute. Okay, let's go.
Got what I was doing then. So again, reaching up for those toes, just little pulses here. Resting and then coming back up again.
Drawing the belly button down towards the spine always. We have a tendency when we do abdominal work to kind of push our core away. So really think about closing that gap underneath your lower back, drawing your belly button in towards your spine, using your breath to lift and recover. Opposite elbow to knee, opposite hand to foot. Remember, 2 options, and really focus on that twist in both of these variations. Really focus on twisting through those obliques, get that core burning. We've only got 2 minutes left, of course, so close. Let's go.
So don't worry too much about speed when you're working core. I think it's easy to get carried away. We're trying to get all the reps in. Really just focus on the movement, what muscles you're engaging, how you're moving that body. That body? Your body.
That body.
That body.
You got 15 seconds, team. Keep it going.
Remember, nice deep breaths, get oxygen to the muscles. Almost there.
20-second rest. I knew that timer was coming, that was so last time, plank rockers. And just some teaching points for those plank rockers. Obviously my feet were behind me, so you might not have seen, so I'm just going to demonstrate on an angle just for a moment, just so you can see where you're supposed to be sliding forward. So holding that plank position and not letting the hips drop. So really maintaining that plank position, not letting the hips come up or come down. Remember, there's two options here. You can hold, and when you need to come down, just gently come down to your knees and then push back up. As you come forward, think about chin towards your thumbs and draw your belly in. If anything, I want you to push your upper back away. So pushing your forearms into the floor, almost curving through your spine rather than letting your lower back drop down. Convenient timing then. I was about to.
I
did, yeah. I hope you didn't want to do what I did at home. Okay, so we're going to go compound here. You've got 1 minute recovery. Grab a drink. 3 exercises to finish.
There's burpees in there.
There are burpees. Low impact ones and high impact ones, don't worry. I'm going to be demonstrating the low impact ones.
And I've been put with the high impact ones.
And then we're going to do squats into high knees and then shoulder taps into plank jacks. 3 exercises to finish. Still got 40 seconds recovery. So I had a lie, you actually have 1 minute 20 between each round. So I'm going to show you that first exercise. Low impact burpee. Hands come down to the ground. You step out. You step in, drop the bum down, keep the chest lifted. Squeeze the glutes to lift, okay? Low impact, so there's no jumping here. Abby's gonna do those ones, okay? So she's gonna do the option where you jump, I'm gonna do the option where you step. You do what works for you. We've got 2 rounds, you can always do 1 of each. You've got 10 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes, always ready for a burpee.
I feel like she's lying. 3,
Okay.
2, let's go, take it down. So of course, Abby is coming all the way down to the ground. But you don't have to do that. You can obviously take it into a plank and jump in. If you are jumping in without coming all the way down to the ground, use your core to push away and land really gently on the floor. So really not put too much pressure on your wrists, instead working that core. Of course you can step as well. How you doing, Abby?
I'm getting there. So you don't have to go chest to floor, you can come out into a high plank and shoot back up again.
Like that. That's it, 20 seconds rest. How are you feeling? Give me a second. We go squat, high knees. So you've got a squat pulse, then 2 high knees. Option, of course, low impact and high impact. Abby's going to be showing you the low impact version, and I'm going to show you that high impact version. Are you ready? Let's go. Take it down. 1 pulse. And then 2 high knees.
So Steph's adding that jump in between the high knees as a pulse raiser here. And I'm just focusing on bringing my knees up to my chest. When you're in that pulse, you want to come nice and low, come up just a bit, and then come all the way back up into a full squat.
I feel like this takes a lot of coordination. 1 squat. And then 2 high knees.
Almost there, team.
It's like, time. It's like when you TikTok marched, I felt like I got that same arm and leg then. Okay, we're coming down to the ground. Shoulder tap, toe tap, or shoulder tap, jacks, okay? So I'm gonna show you the jacks, Ab's gonna show you that low impact version again.
So in that plank position, again, shoulders directly over the hands here. I'm going to be pushing the floor away with the opposite hand and tapping the other shoulder. And I'm going to be shooting backwards, tapping 1 toe and then the other, bringing my core in when I'm sending myself back. And what Steph's doing here is instead doing some little jacks there with her feet to help keep that heart rate up.
We've got 10 seconds. Few more reps. Oh, cool, not finished. I was about to say finished. 1 more round, team. We are so close. Low impact burpees, high impact burpees. Squats, high knees, plank jacks to finish, then you get a nice time to stretch and cool down. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Burpees done.
And again, I'm giving you that low impact option. You can jump your feet in like I'm doing here. Or of course, you can step. Or if you're really hardcore and you want to do this, go for it. Remember, this is your last 3 minutes of work. So if you're going to do it now. Go for it. You've got 15 seconds. Seconds, so close. Go on, Abby, keep going. Oh,
that last rep was difficult.
20 seconds recovery. Squat, high knees. Almost there now, team. So close to finishing. Good job. Can I have some Jaffa cakes after?
Oh yeah, had a cheeky one before we started.
Okay, let's go. Squat pulse. 2 high knees.
Great thing is when you're doing this at home and you're doing the high impact one, you won't actually be as out of breath as we are because you won't be talking through it, hopefully.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Unless you want to really challenge your lungs. So 15 seconds to go, team. Really giving those glutes a good squeeze when you reach the top of that squat.
And we're done. Rest. One more exercise. Let's go down to the ground.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were done together then.
One exercise there. 40 seconds of work. Go for the high impact option. Try it. You might like it.
Or you can always start doing high impact and then go into the lower impact if you get really fatigued. Really keeping that core locked in here. This isn't about how many shoulder taps you can do in this time. It's really about core stability. So
pushing away from the floor. Super important.
Making sure you're not rocking side to side like this and keep it nice and steady. Almost there.
Whew. Finished. That's it. How are we feeling?
Feel ready for more.
Feel sweaty. Well done everybody at home. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you check out all the other workouts that we have on Body Club. Some amazing teachers. Ignore that timer. And make sure you check them out. And of course, make sure you now take time to stretch. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for joining us.